The Minister of Transport, Mr. Amaechi, appeared before the Senate committees on land transport and local and foreign debt during the week. Now, the committees invited him to give a brief on the level of work done on the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri railway line. The House of Representatives has also invited the Transport Minister, but for an entirely different matter.
The Senate Committee on Land Transport, Local and Foreign Debt met with the Minister of Transport, Mr. Amaechi, on November 27th over allegations that the federal government is not giving priority attention to the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Eastern Railway line. The meeting was held after Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu on November 21st expressed concern that the federal government appears to be dragging its feet on the Eastern Rail project.
We recall, sir, that when we granted the permission for government to raise loan from China to develop the western axis running from Lagos to Kano, it was also in the understanding that once that approval is secured, the federal government will also engage with the Chinese authorities to also secure loan to deal with eastern axis running from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. Today, the story has changed. Now, what the Chinese authorities have been asked to do is to come and take over that axis and under a PPP arrangement and use their own money or monies to fix that axis and then recover their money over time. And I believe that this is not fair to those of us who live on that part of Nigeria.
A matter of public.
The Chairman, Senate Committee on Land Transport, opens the conversation at the interactive session between the committees and the Minister of Transport, Mr. Amaechi.
It is important for the apprehension of Nigerians on the actual position of affairs with the concession and the development of the narrow gauge infrastructure, with particular focus on the eastern line to be put to rest. We have to inform members of the public so that once and for all we know the true position of this matter.
The Transport Minister explains that there is no plan to exclude the region from the railway project, noting that it had been captured in the federal government's 2018 borrowing plan.
For the railway we want to do from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri is about $12 billion. Sorry, sir, you're talking about nearly 8 trillion naira. That's 1 year budget for Nigeria. Therefore, everything is done systematically. We can't do all at the same time. What we're doing is, as we get the loan approved, we pay. Currently, we are doing the due process for the one of the Southeast.
The contractor for the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line, General Electric, announced recently that it had withdrawn from the project and is handing it over to Transnet, a situation which senators have expressed concerns about.
GE had a problem, and GE has sold their transport department. So they're no longer in the field of transportation. GE therefore handed over to the second company in the consortium, which is Transnet. And we've been having meetings. We are almost at the verge of signing a concession agreement. It is when we sign a concession agreement that they will begin to look for money to invest.
The Minister of Transport maintained that the federal government, although challenged by the inadequate fund for the rail project, has resolved to adopt a systematic approach in executing the project, which involves following due process in the award and execution of the contracts. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives Committee on Transport has also summoned the Minister of Transport, Mr. Amaechi, to appear before it over allegations of breach of process and corruption. The chairman of the committee, Representative Abdul Mumin Jibril, says the committee has received a lot of allegations from credible sources and wants to investigate the issues raised. According to the chairman, lawmakers believe so much is being done behind the scene which Nigerians should know about.
It's been a lot of allegations, well, they're all allegations of breach of processes, of attempt to mislead the Federal Executive Council or the government by the Minister of Transport, allegations of negligence, and in some instances, even some elements of corruption, but they all remain allegations. So what we did after sitting with the committee, was to also send invitation to the minister to come and face these issues that are very credible, from credible sources. Let's hear his own response to it. And after that, we will present to the House our findings. And of course, Nigerians will know the real situation, because the real project is perhaps the single largest investment by this government, about $9 billion loans from China, and of course counterpart funding that are being paid 100%. So for such an investment, Nigerians need to really know what is going on in the sector.